Alright, what is up guys? This is PVM Vertigo and welcome back to Kerbal Colonization, and today it's kind of a special episode because we're going to be doing something that I have never yet done before. I don't know if that's the right wording for that, but basically it's going to be a pretty special episode, in all honesty. Now you can see we're going up for a rendezvous here, and you can see we have quite the different kind of rocket. Basically we just kind of strapped 6 mainsails together and just kind of are launching this little lander up there, and you may be asking a second question. What is that lander doing on top of all those orange tanks? What is it going to do? Are we going to go land on the moon? Are we going to go land on Minimus? What are we doing with that? And actually, what the heck? I almost flipped over there. But basically what we're going to be doing with this lander is I sent up a stage off, recording just because it took like a minute and I didn't really want to show it. But basically, it is our counterpart to this part of the rocket. And this part of the rocket right here is a 3,000 meters per second Delta V lander designed to land on moons and small planets like Moho and Dres. So basically, you know where this is going, right? Today, we are going to build a spacecraft in orbit. How cool is that? So yeah, we have the rendezvous set up right now, and we're going to go up and actually it's real close. I didn't actually use MechJeb for that, but you can honestly see I didn't use MechJeb for that. Look how far our freaking orbit is. It's way out there. But yeah, we're coming up right here. We're going to be approaching in a little bit. Let me just talk over my maneuvers right now. What I sent up was basically a nuclear drive stage with life support, radiators, solar panels, all the stuff that you would need to go drive a lander anywhere. It's got a lot of Delta V. I've tested it. I basically just slapped a 10-ton fuel tank on the front of it to see how much it would push and how hard it would push also. The truth is, it doesn't really push that hard, but it does have a lot of Delta V. And look here, we're already coming up on it. I think it's time to get out of time acceleration. Or speeding up the video, I mean, but whatever. Whatever it's called. Anyway, we're coming up close to the nuclear drive stage, I like to call it. And yeah, this is gonna be good. So in the last few episodes we were building the space station, right? That's not gonna come into play this episode, but we are gonna use mechanics that we learned in the space station experiment. We're gonna learn, or we have the life support. We don't actually have any of those filters or anything because those things are kind of heavy. They're kind of resource intensive, and I mean, it wouldn't make it a whole lot of sense to actually bring those with us. So we just have the regular life support, and we have some cool new Kerbal attachment system stuff that I'll show you when we get up there. So right now we're coming up on the nuclear drive stage. Right there, look at that beauty. Oh, it looks beautiful. And that right there is well, it's one of the best spacecraft I've ever designed. And it's got the most Delta V of anything we've had in this series yet. It has more Delta V than a full-on, like, 1 meter wide rocket. That's how crazy it is. But that craziness cannot be unleashed until we actually, dock it. So that's going to be an issue. And it's actually pretty maneuverable, this nuclear drive stage. Because the core of it, right up there at the top, that's not actually fuel. That's batteries and reaction wheels. It makes it a whole lot easier to actually turn the ship. It'll make it a whole lot easier for, maneuvering and stuff above small bodies. So here we are, trying to line ourselves up here. It's so much easier when you have something that can actually be controlled and move and such. The space station hub that we launched up 2 episodes ago, I believe, it didn't move. So it was hard to actually dock onto it. This is a whole lot easier. Remember guys, there's always a straight line between 2 points. If you're not that good at docking, slow down your velocity to around 0 meters per second. 0.0 be ideal. And then simply go to the other target, point that guy's nose, make sure you have something that's on the tip of it controlled. Point it at your approaching vessel, then take your approaching vessel and point it at it. No matter what, if your docking ports are aligned and you burn towards that marker, you're always going to hit it right on. See, right now I'm actually using a pink marker. I'm using a little bit of adjustments here too because we're drifting a little bit. We weren't perfect on our slowdowns, so that's the only reason I'm checking it. But in all honesty, I'm not too worried about this. Our last docking with the space station, no bueno. This docking is a whole lot better because I actually planned it out. And because the nuclear drive stage was actually able to maneuver. But here we go, it's birthing. Here we go, intercosmic SpaceX. Here we go. And, yeah. That's, well, that's not the only thing we're doing here. We're actually going to be doing some orbital construction. So basically, we go over to the other pilot's chamber, or, I mean, freaking, what is it called? The module. Yeah, the module. And we go over there, and we grab the screwdriver. And right now, I'm fumbling with the interface, because, number one, I tried to drop it. Number two, I can't right-click on the Kerbal. And I'm about to just kind of waste a few struts, because I don't know how to use Kerbal attachment system. Keep in mind, guys, I do not watch tutorials on this. I'm sure you guys watch tutorials. I do not like to watch a whole lot of tutorials, because I feel like it's more fun to learn it in-game. So basically, with PVM Vertigo, when you're playing Kerbal Space Program, like 10% of it is actually doing stuff, 90% of it is learning how to do it. And I was learning how to do it right here. And I have the electric screwdriver. I think it's going well. I think, no, I have to equip it. There we go. And I do not even have a person with the right skill. So that means, basically, we need to get an engineer up here. Guys, bask in the glory of the 1 meter rocket. The return of the 1 meter rocket. Also known as the chariot for the extremely qualified engineer. That's going to go up there, and, well, it's going to go repair some struts. Or at least, she's going to try to. But, yeah, this isn't exactly the most powerful of rockets. I say that a lot, but this one kind of takes the cake. It has a 1.3 thrust to weight ratio. To put that in perspective, my last rocket I launched up, or the one that I launched just beforehand, the one that launched the lander that was on the top of the rocket, that was actually something like a 3 thrust to weight ratio when it launched, or maybe like 2.5 or something. But anyway, it was really high. And this one, when it launches, it barely is over thrust weight ratio of 1. And if you don't have anything higher than 1, you don't go anywhere. But at least we get to barely go somewhere, right? And doing all that talking, we only went 3,000 meters. Let's start fast forwarding here. So yeah, there we go. The female Kerbal is going to go up there and fix all our problems. So yeah, here we are launching up in this again. I know I've said this a few times, but I don't really know what to talk about. Besides, you know, the skill that is going up there. So basically, what we're launching up there right now is an engineer, and what the engineer can actually do is, I know you know that she can attach struts, but did you know that she can actually use a screwdriver and move struts? Because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to take the struts that we falsely, I don't know if you noticed this in the last few minutes, but I put the struts in the wrong end of the rocket. It was a noob move. So we're going to have to figure out a way, I know there's a way, to actually detach the struts and move them to the other side of the rocket using our engineer. So that's our goal. We want to get a rocket which has not just a docking port connecting them, but struts connecting all the other different points so that we can actually burn with the nuclear engines and not have to worry about things wobbling around too much. That's the whole point of the struts that we're sending up. I mean, we could potentially save up to 1,000 meters per second of delta V just by not like wiggling and like flopping out of the control and burning the wrong way. This is a very good thing you need to have on your ships. Make sure they're always stable. At least I always like to keep them stable. I mean, if you like a floppy rocket, that's just fine. So here we are in the vicinity of the nuclear drive stage. I should really rename that so something awesome like the Antares. No, I don't want to name it the Antares. The Antares blew up. What about the what about the Chariot? I probably might name it that. Honestly, I am going to name it that. I'm going to name it the Chariot. Remind me, guys, in the comments. This is post-recorded, so remind me to name it the Chariot in the next episode. Alright. Guys, we are going through thorough investigations, thorough experimentation on this piece of strut. Right here is the moment where, if I were to record my voice, you would not even hear my voice. What you would hear is my mechanical keyboard spamming the F button. Not because I'm saying F to the strut, but because it told me, the little wrench or whatever, it told me that I had to use the grab key. By grab, I thought it meant F, because you know when you grab onto something, you use the F. No. It's actually the G key. I mean, G for grab. I was too stupid to realize that, so I spent around half an hour just kind of roaming around, not knowing what I was doing. Then eventually I had to Google it. So let me skip to where I actually had my epiphany. Alright. So after thorough Googling, thorough investigations, I found out what the grab key was. And at this point, I know what it is, but you know, sometimes when you know something, you still don't understand things. But you can see me grabbing onto things here. Oh, I just reattached it, and it's not even attached. Yeah, we need to drag it. Basically, use the grab key. You click and drag in your inventory. It's very simple. I just didn't know how to do it, so you know, that's my issue, I guess. But basically, we don't have enough struts in our inventory because during all that experimentation, I brought up a ton of struts, but the problem is most of them actually kind of just flew out into space. So we're gonna have to go find those after I attach these. So basically what you do is you drag it out, you drop it, but then you press the X key, and then it attaches. Which is really, really freaking... Actually, I just failed it there. Let me try doing that again. Let me just drag that. I'm a pro at dragging in my inventory. Alright. I'm wedged between the rockets. Yeah, there we go. You press X. I'm pretty sure this will work. Come on. Hello, Kerbal attachment system. Am I afraid to click? I think I'm afraid to click right now. Oh, there we go. So basically what you do, guys, if you didn't know how to actually use Kerbal attachment system, is you drag it out, you drop it, but you don't actually drop it. You press X before you. Otherwise, you won't actually drop it, or you will drop it. You won't attach it, and basically it'll start floating out in space instead of being attached. Now the linking part, very easy. That's something I already knew. Basically, right click on it, click link, go to another thing that's not like or on the other end of something that's in the way and stuff, but just you need to have a straight angle to it. That's all you need. But we have one more strut here. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that disappeared on us. What the heck? I don't know why that disappeared on us. There it is. We have spotted it. The Kerbal debris. Yes, the Kerbal debris. And yeah, that's definitely a strut there. And I did not do the right thing there. Let me open my inventory so I can actually, pick it up and drag it in there. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it, PVM Vertigo? Alright, yeah. That would make a whole lot of sense. So here we are, we're close enough to grab it. Moment of truth. Bam. That's all you gotta do. So basically all we gotta do is get back there, attach it. Attach both of them, I mean. Link them both to their respective strut attachments to the actual drive stage, and then we're good to go. So here we are, we're coming up on here again and again and again. I don't know if you guys realize how long I was out here with this guy. I was out here for at least 30 minutes trying to figure out how to use the X and G key for this Kerbal attachment system mod. It's a long time to be figuring out something. So I'm approaching on the side that does not have any struts. Those two liquid reservoirs. They're not so much boosters as they're reservoirs. All they do is hold more fuel and keep the lander, a little bit flatter. That's all it's meant to do. Let me get close to this thing so I can actually use the link command here. Alright. We have a little bit of a warp going on here where like the struts are a little bit angled, and I actually messed that up right now. That is not supposed to be lined up there. That is in the wrong spot. Whew. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to get this one up here. Yeah, I would have a crossover going on if I didn't fix that, but there we go. All better. One more strut and we are done. Alright, so here we go. There we go, right there, and then we're gonna link. Last one before, this thing is already probably strong enough, but just to keep things safe. There we go. Nuclear drive stage is now firmly attached to the actual regular, or the lander. Our regular vehicle, basically. So yeah, time to go back home. For this guy, at least. I'll let you can stay up here. Alright guys, thank you for watching this episode of Kerbal Colonization. I had a lot of fun today. I don't know if you guys did, but I'm sure you can tell my voice that this was one of the most fun things I've done in Kerbal Space Program ever. I've docked a lot of things together. The first thing I learned how to do after... I didn't even learn how to land the moon first. I actually built a space station before that, just because it was the top result in YouTube. but I never actually made a modular rocket up in orbit. And now that I'm actually building this, and I went into the thing and I checked its delta V, it has like 6,000 meters per second of delta V, or like something like 6 to 7,000 meters per second of delta V. That is insane. That means we can basically go anywhere in the Kerbal system, and generally we can actually we can just push the lander wherever we want. And keep in mind, after that 7,000 meters per second, we still have a lot to land. We don't have to land with that thing. That thing stays up in orbit, which is extremely nice. So yeah, the future is looking bright for this series. Thank you for watching again. I hope I see you guys in the next one, because we're actually going to I don't know if we're going to land on Moho. Honestly, we probably will. We got a lot of time in the next episode. All we got to do is burn there, get there, land there. And, yeah, we haven't actually gone to Moho then, so Hella Science is on the way. So yeah, nothing else to be said here. We got this guy back safely, this girl back safely. And we have a fully capable thing in orbit. So this is PVM Vertigo. Peace out.